Black day today. So I'm still on a health phase now. I think it's been like 8 weeks of a health phase. Like you know, I'm being coached by Nathan. So we just did blood work last week. Well, 8 weeks ago. And then, the results weren't exactly what we expected. So just we need to, do them again in a few weeks. My health supplements been upped. So we got the bloods a few weeks ago, and the results weren't exactly what we expected. So we just need to make sure I'm healthy before we push for my for this cut here. And then we're planning to have a first shoot at end of July. I'm going to do with Jose, which is going to be here, which is going to do like that with me today. And we just need to make sure the bloods are good before we push a bit harder. Start taking a bit more gear, push all the way through, and then after the cut, we're looking for a 20-week, maybe more, building phase, depending on how lean I can stay all the way through. And that's the plan. Man. Oh. Right, so one of the main things that I do, that I make sure of when I do my bicep curls, is that I don't lean into it. So as you can see, in terms of my position, I'm leaning a bit on this side. Why is that? I do that so my shoulder, so I can keep my shoulder pinned back in a way. Because one of the biggest issues is when you do a bicep curl, your shoulder actually follows, right? That way, it's not you're doing the movement, you're following the movement, you're following the machine. But it's your shoulder that's actually doing the last bit of the range, which is actually the most important one, instead of your elbow joint, right? So what I really try to do is to pin it back, keep in this position where actually I can fully extend my arm and fully stretch my bicep. I really lower it here at the bottom, which is the range that we all avoid because it's hardest and you're the weakest there. But also, it's the one where you create the most amount of muscle damage. So that's where you really, really want to emphasize and spend time into. That's why I pick this position. And because we all want to get the most out of our exercises, and that's why we do it. First set done. Now on this machine, because the prime machine, we have the advantage of changing the resistance profile of it to fully challenge our muscles. The first set is usually number 1, which will load more the middle range of your muscle, on the bicep in our case. And then the second set will be more either number 5 or either number 3, based on my performance. So I'll log these lifts over time and see how my second set progresses as I go on with the sessions. Now, if I notice that, because at the end of the day, between number 1 and number 5, there's not a lot of difference, you tend to fail in the short range. So if I feel I'm getting too close, or maybe my first set was too hard to do, and I'm really, really struggling to get my bicep fully short, I'll put the second set more number 3. So we'll lower it more in the length and then the short range. So I get the little drop off at the end. Otherwise it'll be number 5. I think last week I've done number 5. Today it was quite good. So we'll probably just repeat it and spend a little more time in the length and range to emphasize the stretch a little bit more and the load in the stretch. Oh man. Ooh. Okay, so another reason why I prefer this machine over others is because the way it loads your biceps is constant all the way through. Now take the resistance profile away, the load gets applied all the way through the movement. So let's look at it this way. If I'm pulling from the bottom, the load is still going straight against my bicep. If I pull it here, it's still straight against my bicep. And here again, it's still straight against my bicep, which is absolutely fantastic for a machine compared to a dumbbell, where if I start from the bottom, there's literally no load going against my bicep because the load is following the gravity, right? Or cables the same. Based on how you set up the cables, it's going to load you more in some part of the range than another range. So a machine like this, especially when, let's say you have to pick only one exercise, especially the prime one, that allows you to change the resistance profile, is priceless. It's just a very, very good piece of kit to have and to use in your sessions. Oof. One of the main reasons why we set our session this way, basically, following number one at the beginning, or more like the short range at the beginning of a session, and as we go on with the session, we move the load more towards the number 5 or number 3, which will place the load more in the length range. One of the main reasons is because every muscle's action is to contract. As you go through your session, the ability to fully contract a muscle will decrease as your energies will decrease. So you don't want to place the load in a range that you're already fatigued. If you can lift the same amount of weight and can shift slightly where this load is placed in the range of motion that you're training, you can perform better. If you perform better, there's more progress over time, there's more gains over time. You want, bro?
Warm up, man.
Yeah, warm up. So this one is my first leg exercise for today, and it's a seated hamstring curl, which allows your muscles more in the length range. Now I only have one set for this one, and when I only have one set for an exercise, I try to place it where the resistance profile will match my muscle strength the best. So like we know the muscles are strongest in the short range. Also we know that the stronger we get, the more this load will change the short range in a way. So try to take it away from there a little bit. So in this case, I place it on number 5, which is not exactly in the length range, but this pain, let's see the leg curl, which lowers your hamstrings and the length and the stretch position a little bit more. I place it on number 5, so it'll do its job a little bit more. Instead of just place it on number 1 or number 2, that will, favor it more towards the short range. Now, that being said, one set, number 5, I've done 103 kg last time for 6 reps. My rep range is 6 to 9, so today we're going to take the same load, try to add 1 rep on top of that. Same tempo, same stuff, same setup. Like I said, your execution is key. It has to stay the same all the way through, especially as we try to apply a progressive overload. Otherwise, we're up in the weight, and the tension is not really placed on the right muscles. Okay, go. Yep. Up. That's it. Oh. The rep ranges, it's a tricky one. Because the more advanced you become, the stronger you get. You have to think about like how long can my performance last within a set, right? So your rep range sometimes will actually be based on that. So let's say if you're going for your top set and it's a maximal weight, right? You're going for, let's say, 8 reps. Now your question will be like, can I actually get to 8 without gassing out while my setup is there, without losing my form, while keeping the same tempo, right? So maybe in some cases dropping the rep range, even to something lighter, something lower, like let's say 5 reps or like 6 reps, it's possibly wiser for someone that lifts super heavy weights, for someone whose tempo might fall off if the reps will be higher, or maybe the form might come a little bit off if the reps are higher. So really, there's benefits of doing low rep ranges and high rep ranges, but I'd say you should follow something that your body likes the most in a way, right? Where you see yourself performing the quickest while keeping every other variable the same. Yeah, come on. Come on, Jose. Yeah, come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Okay, take it all the way. Take it all the way. Come on. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's go. So on isolation movements, usually I just do 1 set, but because we've been maxing this machine really for a few weeks, I need a few more. Now with this exercise, so leg extensions, they load your quads in the short range, and your knees when you're fully extended really, in terms of any position. So actually the forces that go through your joint are quite high. So it'll be proper warm, and you want your quads to be doing most of the work, but really all the work, before you go into your top set. So warming up on this one is essential. And I'd say, especially because you only have 1 set, I'll place this load at number 5 again. Yeah, it's a shortening exercise, but you don't want to place the load where you are the weakest really. It's going to challenge the short range anyway, so might as well place the load in the range that allows me to be the strongest so I can get the most out of the exercise. Right, so a few things about my position here. So when we do like extension, you want to think about like you're almost like you're in the same position of an RDL, right? You need to fully extend your knees on this one, and you don't want your hips and your pelvis to be in the way of you extending your knees. So now, because I'm going to be stiff, I don't want a 90 degrees angle here. I really want to be as far behind as I can, so my knees and my quads can move the weight mainly, right? And they're not stopped by my hips being tight. Now, if I'd be here, if I'm just here, as you can see, I can't even fully extend my leg here. But if I'm here, I can go all the way up, right? And that's down to my pelvis, to my flexibility, to my muscle mass, to my tightness, really. So this is why we keep the seat as far back as we can, but in my case at least. But I think Jose is very similar to me. So we can, again, like the focus on your quads. You don't want anything to take away from there. And at the end of the day, let's face it, the load of the machine doesn't go through your lower back. So your lower back is not in danger. So I'd say, as you can see, like when your weights are close, when you're close to your peak strength, your own relative peak strength, sets are very, very intense, and they require a lot of you. Even instead of like extensions, which can seem like a simple exercise, almost like fluffy stuff, right? If it's heavy and if it's close to your best ever, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to prepare. it takes a lot of time to actually be able to mentally get ready to perform at your best, right? Because again, you have this barrier. It's almost like imaginary limit of yourself that you try to push forward a little bit. Every time that you're in front of that exercise, even if it's a simple one, you try to push this limit a little bit forward. And it requires a bit of, it requires a lot of effort, really. Because it's like, you have this version of yourself you want to make better, you want to, it's almost like you got this capacity you want to expand, right? So, even if it's a fluffy exercise, almost like an isolation one or a simpler one, it requires a lot of effort, right? Leg extension, an adductor machine. Again, you're still trying to make these muscles, right, stronger than they've ever been before. So they require energy, and they make you tired, they make me tired, right? They get me out of breath, even if it's just a simple set of leg extensions. And if they don't reach you, are you actually pushing yourself? Are you pushing the capacity of your body past its actual limits? I'll keep going, one more. So, some of the main cues to have a great leg press, again, is maximize stability. Full pressure is key. He's got no shoes, his feet are planted into the platform, and he's really grabbing the platform with his feet. Hand, right? Pull yourself down, so there's a lift on the way up, and his hips are fully attached, which is why we're having these extra pads here. So we can adjust, go on, pull that. That's okay, go on. So you can adjust to his lower back and to his pelvis range of motion, really. So his lower back doesn't lift, doesn't extend, it doesn't bend, it doesn't take any of the load as it goes through the movement. And the hips are locked in place. So again, 3 points of contact, feet, hips and hands, and he's locked in to perform well. Okay, so you go. What's that? Come on. That's it. That's it. Fuck me. Oh, that was heavy as fuck. Well, that was heavy as fuck, let's put it this way. Yeah. Good. 11, isn't it? So, I think this is probably, just put it on the other side. So this is actually my heaviest ever, probably my heaviest ever, especially this kind of tempo that I've ever done, really. I've done it 11 places in the past, but of course we're not with this form, not with this tempo, not with this control. So yeah, man, big strength on a cruise. Let's send this. Come on, man! Come on, let's send this shit.
drive, one way.
So I spoke about preparation for a set in the past, and well, as you can see, when you have a set that's so challenging, and really, if you look at the session, it's probably the most challenging set for the session, where you have the highest amount of energy and highest amount of load. You can't just, get into it and get out of it, especially when you have a low volume session. Everything that you do counts, right? You want to prepare yourself properly. You really want to get in here, with your mind right, ready to attack the set. Because that's what we're here for. We're here to improve. We're here to become better than we were last time. So you need to be ready for it. You can't just wing it, Like you got whatever it is that, fires you up. It's your music, it's your mindset, the stuff that you think about, right? The way you walk to a machine, the way you breathe, the way, the things that, that are around you, that help you to focus on a set and really be able to send you all the way through. All these little things matter. Like the shoes that I've got, the fact that I wear the same red t-shirt when I do my leg days, it's the same things, It's almost like mentally, it gets me there. So when I'm in front of this set, that's so challenging, it means so much to me. Because at the end of the day, the whole session is for this set, this one, and the hack squat set. I need to be ready. I need to be ready to give it everything I've got. There's no space for failure there. Your mind has to be ready to really send it and get the most out of it. Otherwise, look at this. You have to wait another 7 days until you do it again. Come on. Oh. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on, Jose. Come on. Let's go. Come on. All the way down. Touch the bottom. Go, full depth. Come on. Yeah. Good. Come on, we got the 8. Come on, one more. Ooh. One more, bro. Come on, Sandy. Yeah, all the way. That's it.
Oh shit.
Push up a little bit. Push the weight up a little bit. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Yeah, I didn't lock it fully. That was good. Hey, reps, hey. What? That shit felt hard.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Mine felt extra hard too. Hack squat. Okay. So, one of the reasons why I prefer this hack squat over the other ones is this back part here. So again, like when we look at exercises, we look at maximizing stability, so we can maximize performance, right? So when we speak about stability, we look at contact points with the weight. So I've got the weight here, and my first actual contact point is with the platform, right? Next to my feet over there. So my feet have to be planted, which is one of the reasons why I use the shoes over here. So that really, so my foot is really close to the floor. I can really grip the floor with my feet. Now that's my first point of contact. The second point of contact is my lower back here. My lower back, my hips. Now, if those are not pushing super hard against the platform, I'm losing stability, my performance cannot be the best it can be, right? Again, pushing there into this, so I'm locked in. Now, if this comes off a little bit, or is not as locked in as it should be, I'm just not performing at my best. So, the way this part is set really helps me pushing my lower back into it, and it locks my upper back. So really, I can really send the set on this one. I don't have to think about my upper back. I don't have to think about my hips. I'm so locked in there. I just think about like going up and down, which again is what you want to do when your goal is to get the most out of an exercise. Come on, Jose. Come. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Go. Yeah, easy. You got two more. Come on, you got two more. Come on. That's it. Me and Jose are on the car now. Jose is actually his first week now. I've been on a health phase / cat for a while. Like I said, we have our photo shoot in July. So stay tuned. We'll get another video soon. Go on, you can speak about it if you wanna say anything.
I'm ready to get ripped, man.
You get ripped, you get shredded. Last two exercises now. Line leg curl and abductor. But say most of the session's been done. We got our wins for the day. Or the hack squat win and the leg press win, which really at the end of the day, there's I know there's a lot of exercises in the session, but really, those are the ones that are the most demanding mentally, physically, and the ones that will give you the most amount of results, really, So as soon as those get ticked in the session, I'm good. The rest is going to happen anyway. Usually there's always some progress on the last two exercises, but they're not as important as the leg press and the hack squat in a way. But we still give it our best on them. So one extra plate on both of them. Wins have been taken, and that's it. That's it for today. Okay, so even if it's an isolation exercise, it's at the end of the session, after we do all the big lifts, we don't just take it for granted. We still push ourselves as much as we can on it. Because again, it's a range and a path of movement that we did not train so far in the session. We didn't train the adductors in the contracted position or in short range, so we still need to get the most out of it. Otherwise, it's just gains left on the table. Bro. We go heavy on calves too. Stay tuned. We're gonna post more content soon.
Shut the fuck up.
Get that too. And I'll see you at the photo shoot.
I was fucking watching.
Of course you is. You're watching.
Were you there with your fucking black brother?